Hey, your viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist, and welcome back to Say You're Being Hunted, episode 408. Okay, I'm actually back on the same world as the last episode. In fact, I'm actually recording this episode straight after the last one, because, fuck it, I'm having, like I said previously, I'm having a big recording sesh today. I'm just trying to get a load of things recorded. But, last episode we started off with a podcast-style episode, we're doing the same in this one. And last episode I was talking about quite a few things. I was mentioning how the weather is really hot at the moment. I was talking about freaking Psychonauts. I was talking about Brothers in Arms, Road to Hill 30, blah blah blah. All that stuff that I was talking about previously. And we'll just sort of continue the conversation. You know, the kind of conversation I have, which sort of veers all over the place. Starts off at one topic, then suddenly I segue into another one randomly on the most tenuous of links or whatever. But that's usually how this thing kind of goes. And you know, something I was actually thinking about just between episodes, which I think I'll probably talk about, for this episode at the very least. Obviously, in the past, I have done podcast-style episodes where I've been talking about anime, because you know me, I do like my anime from time to time. I like watching new series, things like that. But it occurs to me that the last episode I did talking about, what anime I'd been watching was probably a while back. It was probably quite a while ago. I can't even remember what it probably would have been about. But thing is, I've been thinking that I need to kind of get back to watching some anime. Because the thing is, the last series that I started was freaking months ago. I started watching Zombieland Saga. I got like 4 episodes in, but then I stopped watching it. I need to get back to it. Zombieland Saga, for anyone who doesn't know, is a anime that came out a few years back. And the gimmick is, it's like a teenage girl called, I think it's Sakura, isn't it? Sakura Mia? No. I can't actually remember what her surname is. Sakura something. But the idea is that she, the series starts with her basically having a traffic accident where she gets run over and she dies. But it's like 10 years later she wakes up as a zombie and discovers a load of other girls who've also been resurrected as zombies. But this is where it gets kind of gimmicky in true sort of anime fashion. Basically, they've been resurrected by a necromancer who wants them to basically form an idol band with which, they will put their talents as singers and entertainers to use in doing something for their prefecture. I can't remember the exact story. I need to get back to it. I can't remember what the overarching premise was, other than the fact it's zombie girls who become idols. But that's the thing about anime, you always get those weird and wacky premises. But that's sometimes why I like watching anime, because sometimes you get some very gimmicky and crazy ideas, and some of them actually work out really well. And I do recall Zombieland Saga, at least the first sort of 4 episodes that I watched, being kind of entertaining, so sure, I freaking got to get back to that. The thing is, I actually bought it on DVD, so I've actually got a physical copy of it that I need to pick up and start watching again. But the characters in it, they seemed adorable enough, so I'll get back to that at some point. But having said that, now, don't judge me, ladies and gentlemen, because, we're all degenerates here on the internet and all that. But another anime series which I did buy on DVD, and which I still haven't watched, was High School DD, or High School DxD, which, by all accounts, is a massively ecchi, fan service heavy series. I don't really know too much about it, other than it's basically dude has harem of girls, big busty girls and all that, which is what you would expect from pretty much any harem anime that's geared towards male viewers. So don't fucking judge me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll watch whatever anime I want to watch. People incidentally have also asked, when am I going to watch the Senran Kagura anime? I've been saying I want to watch that for some time just to see how ridiculous it is. Because by all accounts, it's pretty fucking ridiculous. Because you think the Senran Kagura games are fucking ridiculous when you think about it. They're nothing but one big fucking male fantasy from start to finish. But god, they're so stupid, they're actually hilarious. And that's why I was playing Shinobi Versus on the channel, for a bit. God, I haven't played Shinobi Versus actually for so long. I can't even remember where I was up to in that. That's the problem with Shinobi Versus, because I have so many fucking series going on my channel. Not just the main ones, but also the bonus stuff that I do from time to time. Shinobi Versus has really taken a backseat these last few months. I think it's been at least a few months since I last uploaded an episode of it. And truth be told, there's a part of me that's thinking that at this point, it may just be better to actually, put that game down, and next time I play Senran Kagura, perhaps go on to one of the later games, maybe Estival, because I've got Estival Versus on my Steam library. Plus, I've also got Peach Beach Splash, which came out after Estival. So maybe I should move on to Estival and just, because the thing is, like, from what I remember of Shinobi Versus, I remember finishing the Hanzo main storyline and doing a lot of the Girls' Heart quests for Hanzo Academy and Gessen. And I think I've done, part of the Gessen Girls' Academy storyline. But as far as I'm aware, although you can play as different schools in it, essentially the storyline quests are... Basically, it's the same story, just told from different perspectives, as far as I'm aware. So I feel like once you've done one of them, you have effectively completed the game, and everything else is just kind of additional content if you want to go down that route. But that's the thing. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll go back to Shinobi Versus at some point and do more content on it. But then again, part of me is tempted to kind of shelve that one and say, you know what, I've completed the main storyline, at least from one perspective. So, from that point of view, maybe it's time to move on to another one. So, who knows? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. If you're hoping for more Senran Kagura on the channel at some point, let me know. Should I continue with Shinobi Versus? Or should I move on to Estival? Something like that. Next time I choose to do it. Which... I'm not going to lie, that might not be for a while, but yeah. I must say, Peach Beach Splash is the one I want to play from there. I don't know why, but the idea of battles fought with water guns seems to appeal to me. But that's just me, probably. So, let me know, like I say, in the comments. But, right, I went off on a bit of a tangent there, so yeah, anime, ladies and gentlemen. Need to get back to Zombieland Saga, need to watch High School DD at some point. You know what else? I will admit I wanted to watch for a while and I still haven't got around to it. So, if you were to ask me, Red, what's your guilty pleasure anime? What's an anime you've watched which you actually did kind of enjoy, but which you would sort of be reluctant to admit you enjoyed it, because in many ways it's actually kind of flawed and it's not perfect? Well, I've talked about this anime before in So You're Being Hunted, but it would be Sword Art Online. I know, don't fucking judge me, okay? It's a guilty pleasure. I know it's a flawed anime and it's not great and it's got lots of problems with it. And there's, Lord knows there's a lot of things that could have been done differently in that anime to make it better than it actually was. But, I still kind of enjoyed it, as cheesy as it was at times. As cheesy and cringy as the romance sometimes got in it, I still enjoyed the dynamic of Kirito and Asuna. Actually, I should say, of all the characters in Sword Art Online, I must say Asuna is the one who kind of holds my attention most of the time. She's the more interesting character. Kirito's alright, but I don't know, he's maybe not the most standout protagonist for me, I'll be honest. So apologies to any Kirito fans out there. But Sword Art Online, of course, one of its most recent, well, I say most recent installments was, of course, Project Alicization. I say most recent, it's been out for at least a couple of years now. And I still haven't got around to watching that, so I need to. So that's Zombieland Saga, complete that. That's High School DD, need to watch that. Sword Art Online Alicization, need to watch that. What else? There's another anime series, I may have mentioned it before, which I did start. I watched about 6 episodes of it quite a few months ago. In fact, probably more than a year ago. Probably more than a couple of years ago, in fact. I watched 6 episodes of it, then sort of stopped and was just distracted by life and whatever, and didn't watch any more of it, which was Citrus, which is a Yuri romance kind of anime. I started watching it, and I can't remember why I stopped. I can't remember whether it was because, I don't know, the anime just wasn't holding my attention, or whether I just, like I say, life kind of got in the way. I got busy with stuff, and as a result, it just kind of slipped down my priorities, and I stopped watching. But yeah, I have to maybe give that another shot. Oh man, I've probably mentioned before that I have a Word document on my computer where I have loads of animes that are of interest to me listed to start watching at some point. And I still need to make a start on that, in all honesty. But I haven't, because I'm fucking slow. Thing is, this last kind of year or so, thanks to obviously COVID-19, has been real hectic, particularly for my place of work. Well, I say particularly for mine, I mean for everyone's place of work it's been hectic, no doubt, but certainly in academia it's been a real pain in the ass. Because of course, a lot of our courses had to be shifted online at short notice. Some of our courses, now with obviously COVID vaccinations rolling out and all that, some of them are going back to residential teaching, face-to-face and all that. But obviously plenty of other courses are now sort of blending online and face-to-face a bit. And things obviously change at short notice. And of course, as you can imagine, that, like I say, this last year or so, as a result of that, it's just been kind of hectic. And so I find a lot more of my time this last year has been taken up doing work-related stuff. Not that it's been too bad. Ooh, hello there. You can go away. Never mind. But it's not been too bad. It's not been particularly stressful or anything like that. It just means that it's been a lot of work. That's all. Mainly on my front, it's just been all the essay marking and whatever else have you. Because of course, the institution where I work at already has quite sort of staggered assessment times for different courses, which normally would mean that there was always something there to mark. But of course with COVID-19 and the move to online teaching and some move back to residential in more recent months, but obviously staggered in a way so that there aren't too many people in the building at once. Obviously that means that the assessment timelines are kind of they've changed up even more, and the result of that is that increasingly, as soon as you finish one batch of marking, there's immediately another one that comes in, whether that's first marking, second marking, moderation, sampling, whatever it is. So yes, I've got I've had that. That's been pretty heavy all at once these last few months, among other things. And so I've done kind of well though to sort of manage my time and still kind of find time to record plenty of videos for YouTube. But that's just been how that's going. But as you can imagine, it does just, because with the amount of stuff like you recording videos for YouTube, then doing work-related stuff, and then fitting that around other stuff, obviously it means that anime viewing has kind of taken a back seat, and it's become something that I haven't really done that much of these last few months, which has been a shame. But the thing is, we are on the kind of wind down now, as of when I record this, towards our summer break at my place of work, and so hopefully, I'll get at least a couple of weeks of just downtime to relax a bit. I'll still have work-related stuff to do over the summer, some like outstanding marking, things like that needs sorting, but it won't be too much. And if I manage my time fairly well, I'll be able to have hopefully quite a relaxing summer, just doing what I do, and hopefully watching a bit more anime, getting up to date with some things. That's what I'm thinking anyway, at least that's the aim. So yeah. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. I think, looking at my clock, that's probably enough time for an episode, so we'll wrap up here, ladies and gentlemen. So it's episode 408 of Sir You're Being Hunted with me, General Red Strategist, talking about anime once again, after a very, very long time. Hope you enjoyed, and, yeah, nothing else really for me to say other than Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Goodbye, everybody. The Gatling gun, ladies and gents. This is going to be absolutely interesting to see. So let's put maybe 2,000 points worth of Squires. This one. Now, I initially tested this one with one of the bugged DLC options for rapid fire, and he was pretty freaking powerful. As you can see, he's speeding up. Oh god, here we go, here we go! So does he ever stop firing to like reload or anything? He's pretty tough, as you can see. We took them all down. So obviously, with this guy, if you're going to take him out, I have a feeling you need like a fast attack unit, or to try and, a fast attack unit to try and get up to him as quickly as possible before he can really start firing fast.